Hey guys, it's Greg at Vanguard Motor Sales. Man, I got one of my most favorite cars on the planet in the showroom today. It's a carbon fiber track pack 22 GT500. That's right, 760 horsepower. And this one's got the painted stripe and it's the Heritage Edition. This car is absolutely amazing. And wait till you drive one of these things. These things are rocket ships. That 760 horse pops in and away you go. Now those of you who know me know that I've actually had a daily driver of one of these for the last 5 years. So I've put well over 100,000 miles in the seat of one of these and I have had a blast every one of those miles. She is an amazing beast. Now this car has got the paint protection on the whole front of the car and a little bit above the windshield. So super cool. Like I said, a little over 3,800 miles on this thing and she is beautiful. Definitely well kept. She's a 22 model. The 20s, the 21s and 22s, basically the exact same car. And the carbon fiber car came with the carbon fiber wheels, the big wing, a little bit different suspension, and then the carbon fiber on the interior also. And the carbon fiber cars came without a back seat unless it was special ordered. And as you can see, this one does not have a back seat. I think it's 120 pounds or something that you gain by not having the back seat. Not much room back there anyway if there is a back seat. Of course, this thing's got the dual clutch transmission, which is super cool. Goes through the gears like lightning. Trunk, plenty of room in there. I've been to the grocery store in my cars a million times. Load this baby up with groceries. I've even had mine up at Home Depot buying stuff, believe it or not. If you get the one with the back seat actually folds down. I love the carbon fiber wing too. You can adjust it, 2 different adjustments. If you have it in this upper adjustment, the view in the rear view mirror is not quite as good, believe it or not. I absolutely love this car, man. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we do not do any consignment whatsoever. That means we own every one of our cars. Now I know you're waiting to hear this baby fire up, but before we do that, we're gonna take a little look out in the shop. Now we're right here in the Motor City, so we've got great facilities for working on old cars. You know, this is where they were all born. Now we've got 25 lifts in here, 15 full-time mechanics checking stuff out. And then about 2 miles from here is our main showroom where there's over 150 cars there. So we own all of our inventory here at Vanguard. We don't do any consignment whatsoever. And a lot of people ask us, where do we find all these awesome cars? Well, we're hopping on airplanes, getting in cars, driving thousands of miles, getting on our hands and knees with flashlights, checking out the bottoms of cars. We're checking them out top, bottom, inside and out. We're really picky about every car that we buy. The paint, the chrome, the underside, the suspension, the motor, the interior. Now, once we get them back here, the mechanics fully inspect every one of the cars before we park your dream in your driveway. All right, I'd rather be out driving it, but it's cold and rainy out today and we got this thing all cleaned up. I don't want to get out and drive it, but I will turn the dash on here for you so you can check out what everything looks like. You can see this car's got 3,841 miles in black and white. I love the screen that comes up with the Cobra on there. Of course, what's really cool is they've got a lot of knobs and everything here. And super cool is the fact that it still looks like a Mustang in here. I absolutely love it. Even though that dash is all electronic, at least you got the round gauges and that, and the way the dash is done. I mean, I absolutely love these things. I think all you guys know I've driven one of these quite a bit. I say that in all of them. I don't know how many times, but I absolutely love the car. And we can deliver this baby anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. And if you want to know how to work all the gizmos, you know, the line lock, the launch control, I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff for racing on here, all the race modes. We got some of the stuff down here. You can turn traction control off, advanced track. You can change your exhaust. You can change the mode that you drive in, whether you're in track mode, sport mode, or regular mode, rain mode, everything. Absolutely love it. Go on YouTube. There's guys out there that show you how to work all this stuff. And I want to thank all you guys from YouTube that have subscribed to our channel. And if you haven't, please do, and hit the little bell button so you get a notification whenever we get one of these cool cars in. Stick with us. We're going to put this up in the air and see how clean the bottom side is. All right, we're underneath this GT500 now, and man, it's just as clean. You can tell. Very well kept, super low miles. The first thing we'll look at is that active exhaust. If you look inside there, you can see the flapper. There's like 4 different settings for how loud the exhaust is. The bottom of this thing is just slick as can be. As you can see, all the aluminum down here, those gigantic lower control arms. You can see the rear end housing, the cover there's aluminum. And then you can also see these pipes. Those go to the cooler. So there's actually a pump in there that pumps the fluid back to a cooler to keep that rear end nice and cool. So when you take this thing out and maybe take it to the racetrack, it keeps everything nice and cool. I tell you, she is beautiful under here. I can't stress enough how much fun I've had driving them, and I've literally had 5 of these things, and they are just amazing cars. I mean, I've got, you know, over 100,000 miles sitting behind the wheel of one of them. Now, I want to explain this 7-speed transmission. It is not an automatic transmission. This is a dual clutch transmission. So basically, one clutch runs 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th. The other one does the other gears, reverse, 2nd, 3rd, no, reverse, 2nd, 4th, and 6th. So basically, one clutch grabs the next gear. I mean, it's like milliseconds between shifts. I mean, it's amazing. I had so much fun downshifting mine. You hit that paddle, bang, 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 bang. The exhaust talks. Then it's got these gigantic brakes on it. And of course, all the aluminum up here, also just as bright and shiny as can be. Super cool. Now, the thing's real easy to change the oil to. I've always done the oil myself. The drain plug's right here, and then the filter is underneath this little door, so you don't have to take everything down to change the oil. The nose is in beautiful shape. Got just a couple super fine scratches on here, and I'm telling you, you gotta stay away from the curbs on this thing. If you hit this splitter with the curb, you're gonna put some scratches in it. But it is pretty tough, because I actually run over half a semi-truck tire that was on the expressway one time, and all it did is mess up the screen a little bit. It didn't hurt the splitter at all, so it's real tough. We got these, of course, it being the track pack car, it's got the carbon fiber wheels, which to replace these babies, $7,500 a piece. We got the gigantic Brembo brakes on there to stop this big old 760 horse monster. And as you look down the side, that Brittany blue just looking absolutely gorgeous. Of course, the Heritage is the most popular one of these out there. Super cool. Of course, the rockers all look good. You can see the coating on the floor all looking beautiful. I mean, everything. Oh, they're 305s up front, 305 3020s. Back here, we got 315 3020s. And again, same carbon fiber wheel. And I don't know if you noticed up front, there's some silver material on the inside of the wheel. That's actually a heat coating that came off the space shuttle, supposedly, to keep the heat off the carbon fiber from those gigantic brakes. Let's lower it down and look at that Predator motor under the hood. All right, under the hood, this is where the magic happens right here. See that big old supercharger sitting on top of that 5.2? She is looking amazing. Now, they are so proud of them when they build them, they actually sign their name to them. So this thing is just a monster. Again, I can't stress how much I love it. Of course, power brakes, power steering, anti-lock brakes, the whole 9 yards. I mean, this thing's got more electronics helping you drive it. I mean, just about drives itself. She is amazing. We've got the strut tower brace, which is magnesium. We got carbon fiber composite up here. I mean, just an amazing car. Now, I have never done any mods to any one of the cars. I've had it all. Completely happy with the performance. The only thing I ever did is if you take this cover off, you get a little more cooling on the engine. I actually took one of my cars out on the track and had a blast with it, chasing Porsches around, just had a blast. Guys, give us a call, 248-974-9513, and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this little dream in your driveway.